Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we're going to talk about the products that I pulled in last week's Makeup Basket Monday series, and then we're going to pull some new products. So let's get started with the products. I know I had said on Thursday on my Get Ready With Me that I didn't think I was going to be able to review everything. So what I'm going to do is review the products that I actually tried, and the products that I did not really get a chance to try, I'm going to just toss them back in to use again this week so that way there I can give you guys my impressions on these products. So the first product I did get to try is the Sephora Ombre Obsessions palette. So this is a face palette. It is huge. I love this palette. I feel like it's very pigmented. The blushes are super pigmented. The highlighter is actually really, really nice. The bronzers, to me, I don't really love the bronzers in this palette. It's not that I hate them. I just don't feel like that they're the best quality. So this all in all though is a really good palette. If you have this palette, I definitely recommend pulling it out of your stash and playing with it a little bit because it's really good. You can use it on your eyes. You can use it on your cheeks. I just think it's an excellent palette. The next product is something by It Cosmetics. So this is the It Cosmetics CC Plus Radiance palette. So this is also a face palette. So this one here is supposed to be like a, what do they call it? They call it a brightening powder. I don't really see where it does anything, to be honest with you guys, the brightening powder. I don't notice much of a difference at all when I use that. The blush is beautiful. I love the blush, but remind you that it's very, very pigmented, so you need to go in with a very, very light hand. Tap your brush off, wipe your brush off, whatever you need to do. If not, because you can go in and look like a clown very, very quick. But I think it's a very beautiful shade. It's something that I think I would play with a lot during the summer. The bronzer for me, it is a little bit orange, but it's not overly orange, so I think it'll work great in the summer. So for me, all in all, the palette's good, except for this one right here, the brightening one, because I don't really notice where it's doing anything. And I don't know if it's because my skin tone is just not right for it or what's going on, but for me, it just doesn't do much. So I do like this palette, but the face powder right here is no good. So this is actually going to stay in my collection for a little bit longer because I am enjoying it. I just don't like the face powder part. The next thing is the Stila Magnificent Metals. Now all of these I did not get a chance to use. I used Diamond Dust. Diamond Dust is absolutely amazing. I'll go ahead and give you guys a swatch of these so you can see what they look like. Diamond Dust looks like this right here. Let's see if I can build up a swatch for you. So there is Diamond Dust. It is so beautiful. Love the way that one looks because that one is a color that you can put on and it really pops on the center of your eyelid. I didn't get a chance to use the purple, so that one's going back in, which this one is Violet Vixen. So Violet Vixen will be used again, or not used again, it will be used finally this coming week. I did use Gold Goddess. Gold Goddess I used in the Get Ready With Me. And Gold Goddess looks like this right here. It's very, very pretty too. There's Gold Goddess. So there's the, what is the first one? Diamond Dust and Gold Goddess. So I'm going to swatch the ones that I did use. And then I used the shade Rose Gold Retro, which is what I have on my eyelids today. I love this color too. I think it's very pretty. This one's a little bit more of a creamier consistency where the others are a little bit more chunky. This one's very, very creamy, I think. I love the way all of these work though, so I'm hoping that the other ones that I didn't get a chance to try, I'm hoping they work out just as well. The next one is Kitten Karma. Kitten Karma is really, really good. Kitten Karma was the first one I tried. Kitten Karma looks a little bit like Rose Gold Retro, except for it's got a lot more chunkiness to it. So there's Kitten Karma. So I tried 4 of them so far. I really do love these. I think they're so beautiful. If you haven't tried them yet, I definitely recommend trying them out because they are very long lasting on your eyes. And they last and they blend out really well. Like I said, I am wearing it on my eyes today. I just think it looks really pretty. It's a nice sparkly shade on your eyelids. The next one is Ballet Baby. Ballet Baby I didn't get a chance to use, so that one will be used this week. And then the last one is Bronze Bell, and Bronze Bell I didn't get to use either. So 4 out of the 7 I did use, but of course I don't want to give you guys impressions on the other ones that I haven't tried because I haven't tried them, and that wouldn't be a true representation of the product. But the ones that I did try, I can tell you are absolutely amazing. You will, by the end of the day, I noticed though, if you happen to touch your eyes at all, you will have a little bit of sparkle fallout, which to me is not that huge of a deal. I don't mind it because I'm already looking a little bit sparkly. But if that's something you're concerned with, I noticed by the end of the day, I did have a little bit of sparkle fallout. Nothing dramatic, nothing that can't be just wiped away, so I do love it. The next product is the Stila One Step Correct. I didn't use this because I was still attempting on working on my Faced Hangover RX. So I'm actually going to toss this back in for this week to use. A lot of things I didn't use this week. Then we have the Bobbi Brown. This is the Bobbi to Glow Shimmer Brick palette. This palette is absolutely amazing. If you like that highlight that's more of like the highlight from within, you're going to love this. I absolutely love it. I feel like if swatching this, it doesn't look like it would be super, it looks like it'd be pigmented, but not uber pigmented. It's got a lot of color to it, but when you put it on your skin, it just looks absolutely amazing. I love the pink shade the best. I honestly thought I was gonna love the bronze shade, but I don't. I like the pink shade, which is really weird because I do have more of a yellow undertone, so I thought I would like one of these two more. But the pink is just absolutely amazing. I think it's because it looks really good as like a blush topper. That's why I love it so much. The next thing is the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. So this palette, at first I wasn't in love with it, to be honest with you, because I felt like it was kind of muddying together, but the more I worked with it, the more I noticed that if you go in with a little bit of a heavier hand, you can make the colors pop. Because I am wearing this palette today. I am wearing the colors Iconic and I'm wearing Warmth. And then for my brow bone crease, my brow bone highlight, I'm wearing Transforming Pearl, because that's really just more of like a, it's not really a shimmer, it's more like it's like a satin shade. And then I have Sheer Joy as like I'm blending everything out. I blended everything out with Sheer Joy. Really do like this palette though. I think it's nice and amazing. I feel like it's good quality and it's something that I had wanted for a long time. So I'm happy that I finally picked it up because I feel like it's definitely worth it. The next product is the, something else I didn't try, guys. This is the Stila Magnificent Metals Foil Eyeshadow. I didn't try this. This is like the set that I feel like you're going to be like a mad chemist when you try it. So I'll have to try that out this week. The next thing is the Stila Aqua Glow Serum Foundation. I did use this and I don't know. I feel like the finished look looks absolutely amazing. When you put it on your skin, when you're trying to apply it and everything, it just doesn't work right though. If I use it with a sponge, I feel like it gets patchy. If I use it with a brush, I feel like it pulls up. I don't know if there's a specific way to use this product or what's going on, but I noticed it does give me some issues, and I think it was my primer that I was using. I think I need to use a water-based primer since a water foundation, and I don't think this is a water-based foundation or primer. Let me see what the first ingredient is. Of course, it doesn't have ingredients on here. It says silicone free though, so you would think it'd be water-based, but I could be wrong. So for me, I feel like it's a good foundation once you get it to apply. It looks really, really nice on the skin. It almost looks like skin. But applying it is a pain in the tush. So I'm going to continue to use it, but it's something that I know that I have to work with. It's not something that you can just put on and be like, done. No, it takes some effort. The next thing is, of course, the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. You guys know I love this. I think everybody on YouTube loves this. This is absolutely amazing. It smells so, so good. It smells like beach vacation, and oh my gosh, I just love it. I want an air freshener like that now. I want everything like that. If I could find everything and anything that smells like this. I did get some floss that smells like that. I got it in one of my boxes. It's the Coconut Fresh Floss. It smells exactly like the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which is weird. The next thing is the Stila. This is the Stila Got Inked Cushion Gel Eyeliner, and this is in the shade Amethyst. And then I also had the Physicians Formula. These are exactly the same, guys. The formulation is the exact same. The wear time is the exact same. The way that they apply is the exact same. They're the same exact they're the same exact product, honestly. They both are the cushion type of eyeliner, so both of them have a cushion in there. This one does come with a little spatula so that you can apply it though. So that's why I kind of like the Physicians Formula a little bit better. And then this one is the purple one, and it also has the little cushion in there. So this one has a deeper well, so it's gonna, for me, I think it's maybe gonna keep the cushion a little bit more wet longer, whereas the Physicians Formula doesn't have that deeper well. It's just pretty much right there's your cushion. So I don't know how quickly these are going to dry out, but I do love both of these. But I think if you're looking to get something similar to the Stila one, I think the Physicians Formula is the exact same thing. The next product that I used this week is the NYX Gotcha Covered Concealer. This is a really good concealer, but you only need like the tiniest bit. And when I say tiniest bit, let me show you how much I use. That is it. That is all I use on under my eyes, because what you do with this, you're going to take it and put it onto your finger and then warm it up with the warmth of your skin. And then once you've done that, then you can apply it. And believe me, that little bit is going to go a very long way. It's going to help cover and conceal. Really do like that, but like I said, go in with just a tiny, tiny amount. So this container is going to last forever. The next thing is the Lancome shakers. I have the Juicy Shaker and I have the Matte Shaker. The Matte Shaker is very, very staining. Once you put it on, it will transfer, like when you're when you're letting it dry down or whatever, it still will transfer. But once it's on for a while, it kind of like stains your lips. It's really, really nice. I love these. I'm actually thinking about getting some more of them now because after I've tried this one, I'm like, I really like how it works on my lips. It's very hydrating, which is nice. Today on my lips, I'm wearing something different. Today, I'm actually wearing a Lip Sense product. So I'm wearing this, which I'm going to do a review on soon. But these are really, really nice. I like the Juicy Shaker because I feel like it's very hydrating, almost like a chapstick. So if you like a chapstick type of formula, then you would like the Juicy Shaker. But if you want something that's got pigmentation to it, you're gonna want the Matte Shaker. I haven't tried any other colors from the Juicy Shaker though, so maybe they are more pigmented in the other shades. I don't know. This one here is in the shade Boomerang. And then the Matte Shaker I have is in the shade Pink Power. So Pink Power is very, very pigmented and it will stain your lips. And then Boomerang is more hydrating, more like a chapstick, and it doesn't stain your lips. The next product is the fail out of everything. This is the Stila Stay All Day Precision Glide On Brow Pencil. This thing is so dry, guys. Oh my gosh. Like, it feels so scratchy. I'd have better luck using a mechanical pencil right here to do my eyebrows with than to do this, because this thing is so hard to use. I feel like when I was using it, I was scratching my eyebrows. I used it in the Get Ready With Me and I felt like I was like tearing my eyebrows out. I'm wondering if I didn't lose some eyebrows by using this product because I feel like it was yanking down so hard. I probably did lose some eyebrows, which is not cool. So this is actually going into the declutter pile because I'm not keeping that product. And then everything else in here are products that I'm going to be reusing again. So the next thing is the Cover FX. This is the Cover FX Light Illuminating Powder. I couldn't think. The Illuminating Powder. I love this powder for setting under my eyes because I am very dry and I feel like it doesn't accentuate the dryness. So I'm going to use that again. And then as for SPF this week, I'm still using the Josie Maran Daily Argan Moisturizer in SPF 47. So love that one. And then I'm going to continue to use the Stila Huge Mascara because it really works for me. I can apply it very easily and I don't want to keep opening up different mascaras. I want to use one up and then open another one. So I'm just going to continue to use the same mascara until the expiration is on it. So I have two others that I may end up throwing back into rotation to get them used up too. And then of course, as for primer for this week, I'm going to be using my MAC Painterly Paint Pot because you guys know this is my holy grail because I absolutely love this. It is one of those products that has never failed me. Like every time I've used it, it works absolutely amazing. So now we're on to the new products for this week. Whoops, I almost threw them on the ground. So this is the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. So this is the foundation I'm going to be using this week. And I have it in the shade 2.1, which I think matches me. I hope it does. It's been a while since I've tried this. So I'm excited to play with that again this week. Hydrating is, I love anything hydrating. And then I'm going to be playing with the Too Faced. This is the Soulmates. This is the Carry Big one. And the reason why I thought about this is because of another product that I'm going to be using. So this is a little bronzer and a little blush combo. But I typically just use the bronzer because it's kind of hard to get into the blush. It's really hard to get to that product. So this is the Carry Big little combo. Then the blush that I'm going to be using is something I picked up in the Ulta sale. So this is the California Benefit Blush. So here's what it looks like, and I'll pop it open so you can see it on the inside. I haven't even tried this out yet. So there's what it looks like. I wasn't going to purchase this, but after I kept looking at it, I was like, I just love the way that packaging looks. I love the way the design looks. I just threw the brush on the ground. So this is just something I really, really wanted to try out. So hopefully it's good. I know that I've heard that it's like an overspray on it. So that pretty little pattern that's on there is just going to wipe right off once you put your brush in there. The next thing I'm going to be using this week is something that came in my BoxyCharm. This is the Ofra Rodeo Drive Highlighter. So here's the highlighter I'm going to be using this week. I love this color right here. It's very, very pretty. Super uber duper pigmented. Show you guys. Like, look at that. Oh my goodness. That is so pretty. That would look really pretty popped on the corner, on the center of the lid also. The next product I'm going to be using this week, I'm going to be, of course, using the products that I talked about earlier, the Stila products that I didn't really get a chance to use. But as for lip products, I'm going to be using the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Intensive Lip Balm. I need something for my lips because I feel like they're very dry because of being outside a lot more than I was before. So my lips are very dry, so I'm going to use this for my lips to help to give them some hydration. And then for the other lip products, I have two other lip products here. One is from Bite Beauty. This is the Bite Beauty, I can't even read it. Bite Beauty Matte Lip Cream in Leche. So here's what it looks like. It's a really pretty nudie color. So there is Leche. I really like this shade. I don't think I liked it that much in the beginning when I first got it, but the more I've used it, the more I'm like, yeah, I do like it. And I really like that Bite Beauty is all made of all food grade like products. So you can technically eat it, though I wouldn't recommend eating the lip product. And then the last lip product I'm going to be using is something from Bare Minerals. This is the Bare Minerals. Is this the Gen Nude? Yes, it's the Gen Nude and Scandal. So here's what it looks like. Pop it out here and I'll just give you guys a swatch of it. It's a really pretty color. So there is Scandal. I love that shade. They smell so good. They smell like cake batter. I think this is the Gen Nude ones. Pretty sure it is. And then as far as concealer goes, I'm going to be using something else that I got in my BoxyCharm. This is the Concealer Collection Palette by Measurable Differences. So this is something that kind of, I don't know about. What do you guys think of this thing? Let me know. I don't know if I like concealer palettes. I just think they're a little bit interesting, but I think we're going to try it out this week and see what we can do with it. Play with it. Figure it out. And then the last, actually no, I'm lying. A couple more products here besides the products I already mentioned earlier from Stila. So the eyeshadow palette I'm going to be using this week is by Viseart. So this is the Viseart palette I picked up during the Sephora sale. So this one here is the, what is it called? Is the Viseart Dark Matte Palette. So here's what it looks like on the inside. Love the way this palette looks. It's so, so pretty. All those shades. I know it's not really a springy or summer palette because it looks very fallish to me in my opinion, but I don't care. I'm going to rock it anyway. So I'm going to try this out this week. I'm probably going to have to throw in a supplemental palette with it, which if I do, it'll be my Urban Decay, like the little naked ones. Or what are they called? I don't remember what they're called. Anyway, that'll be what I throw in for my supplemental palette because I noticed there's no like brow bone highlight or anything in here. So, well, not brow bone highlight, but you know what I mean. Because these are all matte. So I doubt that there'd be a highlight in there. And then for eye products, I'm going to be using the ColourPop. This is the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner. This is the reason why I picked the bronzer that I'm going to be using this week, because this is in the shade Mr. Bing, which I know that Mr. Bing has nothing to do with Carrie and Big, but for some reason those two TV shows are one of my favorite, well, not for some reason. Those two TV shows are my favorite, Sex and the City and Friends. Mr. Bing reminds me of Chandler Bing, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to use Sex and the City and Friends. And then I have my brow product. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in the shade Blonde. So I'm going to be using this product this week. And then my other eye product I'm going to be using is the Aqua XL by Makeup Forever. And this is in the shade M10. I hate their numbering system. I wish they would just name shades. That would be so much simpler. So other than that, that's all the products I'm going to be using this week. I'd love to know if you guys are doing the Makeup Basket Monday along with me. Are you going through your rotation? Or are you using some of your new goodies that you picked up during the sales? Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.